You see, Ralph was a homosexual, a person who demands an intimate relationship with members of their own sex.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jeff Kieliszewski, forensic psychologist. Recently, I read an article about a situation where there is a political action group targeting LGBTQ college faculty under the idea that they're attempting to save children. In fact, there was recently an incident at Arizona State University where members of this group confronted a college instructor who is gay as part of their, quote, child safety unit for an online program that they produce where they confront potential sexual predators, kind of like in the form of the popular television program To Catch a Predator. You could check the article out at USA Today. So there seems to be this idea being perpetuated that homosexuals, and specifically homosexual men, pose a risk to sexually offend against children. And as you see from my opening clip, this is not a new idea. But what does the science say? Well, there are literally dozens and dozens of studies published in peer-reviewed journals that show that this is a myth. And the FBI has acknowledged that the science supports the idea that people who identify as homosexual are at no greater risk to sexually offend against others as compared to people who identify as heterosexual, bisexual, or something else. In my own research, my dissertation, which included a sample of 306 convicted sex offenders of children, only about 3% of the offenders in my sample identified themselves as homosexual in sexual orientation in their adult relationships. And this rate is even lower in individuals who meet the criteria for pedophilia or who have a sexual attraction to prepubescent children. In fact, an individual with a pedophilic orientation who identifies as homosexual in their adult relationships is extremely rare. Now, I'm not saying this never happens. I'm not saying that a person who identifies as homosexual never sexually offends against children. It does happen. But if you look at the science, the myth of the idea of a homosexual male being focused on grooming children in order to sexually abuse them is not supported by the science. If you're interested in forensic psychology, follow me here. Also, check out my YouTube channel, where I have several more extended videos where I cover a variety of topics in forensic psychology. You can also find me on other social media outlets, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Thanks.